It's a Chinese word. Then thereafter you scroll down and there's one website shows that talk to us, 新山律师 Johor Bahru lawyer. Click it in and it is very convenient. This looks like the whole website. It looks like a remote control, and this is the first remote controls in whole Malaysia, and there are a variety of services that they provided from William Friends. But what I love their new websites are just like so easily for you to use. Let's say I want to go for divorce. What I have to do is just click in, and at the same time just fill in the form accordingly, and the lawyer will straight away comes towards you, and they will WhatsApp you and they will ask you whatever they want. So it is too easy for you to meet the lawyers from WhatsApp from time to time. And actually several pandemics, I really feel that it is too convenient for us to look for lawyers nowadays, and you need not to really go to see the lawyers face to face. Now it's 10:05 and it's time for me to go to bed while both parents are going to bed too. So regardless what YouTuber, I really love her, but I suddenly couldn't remember her name. Inside her YouTube channel saying that sometimes enthusiastic only come once in our life. That is why we always bring our cameras around and we just want to share whatever we have had right now inside our brain and share with all our audiences. That is why I keep on her words, and I found that it's time for me to do so. So now, before I go to bed, I just want to share with you all how I go through the breakup that had just happened in my life 6 months ago. I just broke up with my boyfriend. This is a 2 years relationship. He is a Canadian and also a Taiwanese. At the same time, we broke out, and this really affected me mentally a lot. As a divorce lawyer for 12 years, our relationship, I found that it is okay for you to not to feel okay if right now you are under a very unhappy marriage, or you may think that you want to divorce, or you are enduring the procedure to divorce your life partners right now. Why I say so is because you have to know that all of us are human beings. We are physically attached and emotionally attached to another's parties for so long or quite sometimes, and we always have to remember that we don't force ourselves so much, because including not only our mind, including our body, most of the times we will remain memory inside our body and our mind. Such emotional attached and physical attached is something that we are so used to each other, and it is not easy for you to say that if I want to forget the person, then I can straight away forget. So don't force yourself if you are being through a very tough relationship right now or divorce. After a breakup with my boyfriend, I go through a lot of things because I feel that it's time for me to self-develop myself. It's time for me to improve myself. It's time for me to reflect that what is the main cause for me to go through the breakup at the beginning stage. Thereafter, the second stage is I'm trying my best to review back what I have gone through, not only with this relationship, but with my past relationship. And I found that after every single breakup, what I did is most of the time I will full with angriness, resentment, and even including hatred towards my ex. So most of the time I feel that I felt very unhappy and I felt emotional breakdowns all the times, even though after the breakup had been gone through like maybe 3 months or 6 months, I still couldn't go through all the times, and all this bad memory most of the time will shake up my current life. That's why I become unhappier, and I found that I'm so difficult to really to connect with others people, and even instill a fear in myself by saying that do I ever want to step into a new relationship anymore? So these are the times that I gave myself. I think in this way, I'm almost 35 or 36 years old right now. So it is unhealthy for me to go through the same things again and again. So that is why this time I gave myself a really good chance for me to practice or develop my own self. So I just call it that it's time for me to do some inward investment. It means that I not only listen to my inner self, but it's time for me to do some investment by spend some time, some energy to know actually what I want and what I do not want in my life. Maybe in terms of 20 plus, most of the time I would just know that what I don't want, but I don't really know what I want. And most of the time, after a breakup, most of the time we will just think that, oh, this person maybe is not suitable for me, or this person's maybe our culture is different, our behaviors are different, and the families that we raise up us are different. So that is the main cause for us to break up. For these times, I didn't do that anymore. So after 7 months, once I got through everything, I really go and did a self-review again. I feel so super duper proud of myself. The first thing I did is, this time I did something different. I want to do some reflections to myself. I tell myself that I don't blame anyone, I don't blame my characteristic, I don't blame my ex anymore. What I have to do is do some self-healing for myself. So what I did at the very beginning is, I start my journal. I just do my journal every day, and I found that writing is really good for healing. So that is why I feels that it's time for me to highly recommend anyone. If you most of the time you feel resentment, angriness, and whatsoever, please, what you have to do is just like maybe buy a journal for yourself and start journaling and heal yourselves by times. You have to go and think and write it wisely. You go and ask yourself that what happened to me? What I feel that define your emotions from time to time. Why I feel upset right now? Why I feel disappointed? Why I feel angry to him? So what should I do then? The second thing what I did for my journal is I write down the distinctive traits and also the similar traits that all those guys used to date with me. Why I always choose the same types of traits in my life? Why I'm not suitable with all of them? And that is the thing is very good. And I come up with one principle saying that the first thing that you have to know that whether he is the right person for you, you have to ask your body first. Don't look at the external factors on how great is his background, how good is the family, how good is the qualification in terms of education. Don't listen so much to your friends and family. The most important thing is you yourself and whether your body love him or not to love him. Why I say so is because you all need to know that we are a human being. The body that we have right now, the body we have had right now is something let us exist in this world. Without this body, frankly saying, we are not a complete human being. So that's the thing is some things that neglected and omitted from our educations and nobody tells us about this. So the only way for both human beings to be together, to open up ourselves to another party with trust and full with confidence actually is through our body. It is impossible that even you have an open mind and I have an open mind means that we can open ourselves to another party through our mind. We only can be connective with each other through our mindset. So these few months I found that connectivities of mindset actually is the second stage we have to go through. But the first thing is physical contact is very important. When I say about physical contact, it doesn't mean that you have to rush for sex or whatsoever. But the thing is like, you have to go and ask yourself, follow your heart, follow your feeling, and actually is follow to your I would say that your sensor, whether both of you really love each other or not. Don't look at the external factors because external factors only can give you some kinds of pleasures or some kind of you may have a fake mindset and saying that, oh, maybe he's the right one, this and that, because his family background is good, because he's able to devote himself to a family, he's a family man. I think that this is the secondary things. If your body couldn't really love him, so you may have a when you have a long-term relationship, you may cause a lot of struggle in your marriage. So that's the things that I'm trying to tell with all of you, and don't judge others' friends, life partner. Sometimes you all may feel that's why this fella, she's a gambler, so why he or she is to stick with her, why after went through the domestic violence, why both of them are still inseparated. Sometimes there's always a reason between the marriage couples or couple. So don't judge on others people, we just focus our life. That's for sure there's a reason why that particular person is so inseparable with another party. There's always a reason, but this reason always omitted or we feel shy to talk to each other after out the thing. So we always follow what's our parenting. This fella is a good person, whether it's suitable or not suitable, and we forget about what our body wants. So the body needs is something is very important for a long-term committed relationship. The second thing is our mind. Mind is also important because if regardless how our body love each other, if your mindset is totally different, so you may have a lot of arguments, and when this thing unable to solve it, so most of the time it's just like your body will feel exhausted. The last thing I want to share with you all is my self-healing routine, actually including meditations. I started to do my meditation almost every day from 10 minutes until I able to extend until 40 minutes right now. At the beginning stage, I may feel like very confused and I feel like I couldn't really concentrate what I'm doing and even feel that wasting of my time. But when after I started meditation for around like 1 month plus, I found that actually it's very good for me and I'm able to be more focused in my work and less stress. At the same time, I feel that it is direct or indirectly really able to improve the quality of my life. And even I found that I don't know whether this is psychology proven, but I found that my memory actually is much better after I gone through meditations. And for sure, the first few times it is quite difficult for me to really focus which one will be much better for me. And the first stage is how to let go the persons, and the second one is how to self-healing yourself. And now after 6 to 7 months, so I will just focus whatever I feel great to me randomly. In between, after the breakup apps from Coursera, from Canada also, is regarding mind shift, how you're going to break through your life to actually improve my learnings process, and at the same time I gain a lot of confidence from that particular course. I'm going to share with all of you in my next videos when I have time to do so. I'm going to wrap up my night and I feel extremely tired right now, so thanks for watching. See you in my next video.
You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh.